5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Okay, let's roll. Alright, welcome to Goof Troop. So if you don't know this game, it's sort of a Zelda-ish game, which has a lot of emphasis on puzzles. So here we just got hookshot. It's like in Zelda. With the hookshot you can stun enemies and pass through them when they are stunned, which is very valuable for a speedrun. And we pick up a plank, which is going to fill a gap a little bit later. So these guys are not cool. I'm gonna bump this guy, so to make sure that I don't get hit by him. And we can also push enemies with the hookshot, as I just did. I needed to get rid of all of them to pass that that room, and you can do that easily with pushing enemies off out of towns. And here is our first block puzzle. You can kick blocks, but the blocks will not stop moving until they hit an obstacle. So of course I have memorized the correct answer. There are several ways to solve this, but I believe this is the fastest one that you can do one player. And as this is a marathon run, I always pick up at least one white gem. It's a continue, so if I run out of lives I will be able to start the room I died in with 2 lives, which should be safe enough, I guess. Maybe I will pick a second continue, but 1 should be enough, I hope. It depends on how well it goes. I have a couple others I can take later in the game. Okay, this is a game which has a lot of randomness, a lot of RNG. Pretty much everything is RNG in this game. Bosses, oh my god, wow, that was amazing. Bosses, enemies. Okay, this was kind of new. I just got a life, but I lost it immediately to that guy. That guy usually doesn't run into me, but hey, that's marathon knock. Don't worry, we'll be fine. But maybe I will take a second continue just to be sure. And we have picked up the big key. Every level of the 5 levels in this game has a big key, so this is the key that usually opens up the boss's door. Stun this guy so we can kill him with a nut. Yeah, in this game you cannot kill anything directly. You need to use pieces of the scenery and toss it to the enemies. And this is our first boss. And this is a big RNG fest, so I'm gonna have to react to whatever is happening. I don't know where the guys are coming out. I need to react. So when I see that someone is giving me a barrel, I usually try to keep him alive until I get the barrel. If they are tossing me a spike ball, they will usually be faster. So unless I'm really directly placed in front of them, I will not try to hit them. This was okay, I would say. It was not amazing luck, but I reacted well enough, I guess. This is another puzzle, and you need to do this one fast because these statues can shoot at me. But here they don't. It's kind of luck-based also. We got lucky, I guess. RNG Goof Troop, yes! Yes, way. And now we are going to exploit death, because that's a big thing in this game, especially in 1 player. I'm going to pick up this plank and then let this guy kill me so I can come back here. Okay, we don't have any hearts. We just picked up a heart. You know what? I have few lives, so I'm not going to do the death warp here. I could have, but I'm already one life below where I want to be, so I'm just gonna do this room normally, just in case we really are unlucky later in the game. So now we have to continue, so it should be fine. Oh, nice! This guy helped me with the block kick. That's pretty cool. It just makes the passageway slightly faster by giving me a nice diagonal. And you can kill those snakes with the hookshots. The hookshot is really OP in this game. It's like your best friend if you are speedrunning this. Did not hit this guy. I'm gonna have to defend. Can I make it? Okay, he didn't hit me, and I kept the heart. Alright, if you've played this game casually, this room is very aggravating. Quite hard, quite luck-based, and you have to react to whatever's happening. Okay, I'm gonna sacrifice the heart so I can place this block. The 2 guys are alive, but at least now I should have this should be completed. There we go. And I have the bat set up. Usually I use the heart to go through these logs. Just take the hits and just tank the hit and go through, but there I couldn't. And unfortunately I got the bad pattern, so it was kind of slow. And we're going to take another death, the last one of this level, hopefully. So we can go back to the beginning of that room. Nothing in this barrel, that's a bit sad. We can only bring 2 items with us, so that's why I needed to use that hookshot to clear the gap. Because I needed to pick up the big key. Okay, we have 0 lives, but that should change quickly. Okay. Now we have 1 life, and we're gonna get a couple more in this last room before the boss. And I will absolutely pick up this cherry, because I'm gonna need hearts for what comes next. Okay, 3 lives and 1 heart is what I usually have at the beginning of this boss. I don't know if that was the correct thing to do. I'm not gonna get the guys helping me with barrels until I have got rid of the 4 initial barrels. So sometimes just tossing one, not at the boss, but just getting rid of a barrel can be faster, because you want to make those guys appear very fast. Okay, that was a pretty good boss actually. I was kind of lucky. Yeah, it was a 306, I think. That's what I saw. Yeah, pretty good level 2, to be honest. Even though I did not go for the second Death Warp, it was still a pretty good level. Was better than 310. So I'll take it. And this is a thing that a lot of people don't know. You can actually toss pots on the switches on this room, and it makes it much faster. And there's a life here. You can pick it up with your hookshot to make the run even better. Okay, nice. I kept the hearts so I can use them here. It's okay because in this room there's a lot of pots, so I have a big chance of getting more hearts. Let's see. Well, nope. That's fine. I don't really need it. It just would have been slightly better. And now we're gonna fight a cannon, so this is really dumb. I just need to stand in front of it and pick up its bombs. Oh, that was pretty lucky. Usually there's a lot of delay between the cannon shots, but there it was quite quick, so that's nice. Okay, let's see how this guy behaves. That's pretty unlucky. I need to bump him twice to pick up the key. He was right in front of the opening. But you have to really read what the enemies do and where they are standing and see how annoying they are going to be. Okay, nice. Usually you don't need to bump the guy on the right because he would not be fast enough to catch up with you. And here there is a password. I'll just let you guess what it is. And it is not nope. That's the usual joke. Here you just And next up we have the room with 2 cannons, so here you have to be a little bit strategic. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and now I'm exploiting the fact that the cannons will shoot one another. So that's why I shot the left one 4 times, so it's still alive to help me kill the one on the right, and then I finish him off. Which is, I believe, the optimal thing to do when you are playing alone. How did I survive that? That was pretty cool. Okay. That was pretty cool. I had no idea what to do, to be honest. Okay, third boss. Here you have to be quite strategic as well. They will both take 12 hits. And I want usually to focus on the blue guy first. 3, okay, 4, 5, 6. Because blue guy will not give me as many ammunition as a red guy. I forgot to count. He's almost dead. Okay, he's dead. 1, 2. Yeah, I want to count. Because after 6, he can do the head thing. Yeah, he's at 3. And I need to place myself such that his throw will be advantageous. 5, okay. Now I really need to wait for ammunition. 6. Okay, good. 7, 8, 9, 10. Ah, did that count? Yeah, it did actually. It was 10 and 11. Okay, pretty good boss actually. Nice. Okay, nice. Yeah, 419. Yeah, the final time of that level was not great, mostly because of the things that happened in the double suicide room with the extra death I took. But the boss fight was okay. Okay, nice. I was really looking for a heart here because I want to be able to pass through these guys. Okay, take this please. Yeah, this room can be extremely finicky. Here you also have to react to how these guys work. The jesters, these red guys, they will pick up the barrels that you throw at them either 0, once, or 2 times. And it's random, you cannot really predict it, so you have to react to whatever luck you're given. Oh, what is this guy doing? Come on! Let me go through, thank you. I did not want to sacrifice the hearts because I need them for this other room. Yeah, this dungeon has a couple repeating rooms, like that room with the frogs. There's another. The room before is going to be repeated later. And here we have another possible route. You can go to the right and we'll have a different route, but it's much slower for a speedrun. It's like 30 seconds slower. As a kid, though, when I played this game, I always picked up the other route because I could not figure out the answer to this puzzle. It's arguably the hardest one in the game. Okay, now I'm an adult and I can't figure it out because I'm smarter. Oh, nice! He let me go through. Cool, thank you. Okay, I have to win the race, and I won the race against this guy. Yeah, those fat guys, the fat pink guys, they can mess up your block puzzle, so you need to dispose of them as fast as you can. Okay. Yeah, fighting jesters is so much fun. It's really a lot on the reflexes, but when you're used to it, have a good habit of fighting them. It's a lot of fun. Now I'm gonna take the hits against this guy. Let him kill me because I have 3 lives, so I should be fine. So I can go on my way. Now I have to fight to figure out a puzzle in the dark. So if you're playing this casually, you can find the candle item, which will increase the radius of the circle of light around you, which makes this a little bit easier. But, you know, when you speedrun this game, you don't really need that. Okay, this room is extremely luck-based, but fortunately... what is this guy doing? Okay. Fortunately, the strat that I did at the start, like stunning the third guy from the left, that usually is a consistent way to get rid of the 2 guys on the right, because they're going to follow you to the right and you can kill them with one of the middle blocks. But for the 2 guys on the left, then you have to sort of improvise and read what they are about to do. So that's what happened. It was one of the good patterns though. That room can be worse if you're unlucky. Okay, this is also a pretty bad room for when you are playing max alone, because I need to attract these guys. Oh my god. That was like the worst possible knife he could have thrown. Okay, I need to protect myself with fruit. At least everybody is here. But I can't kill them all. Can I attract all of them? Can I attract red guys? Stay there, stay there, stay there. Oh man. This room sucks so much. It's insane. Okay, well, I'm not gonna try to attract them anymore. Yeah, this has been very bad, but, well, it's extremely luck-based. That room is one of the worst ones in terms of how much RNG can screw you, especially if you're playing max alone. That room is much better when you play when you play 2 players, when you play co-op, because the strategy is going to be Max will get barrels and toss them over to Goofy, and Goofy can kill enemies in just 1 hit instead of 2, so it's much better. And now I'm fighting a pretty boring boss. I'm gonna admit it. This boss is not very interesting for 1 player. You have to make sure that you don't miss any throw, and you should be fine. Okay, nice. Yeah, my strategy for 1 player is just to stand here. If you're playing co-op, you will want to have both players on opposite corners, so you can, depending, when they come out in pairs, they will always be parallel. So if you have the 2 players on opposite corners, you are certain that you will be always covering all the possible lines. So each player will have one of the enemies in one of his lines of sight. But with 1 player, there's still a strategy you can do, and I'm trying to do it here. You want to alternate which one you are hitting. So here I have hit green one the most, so I want to hit purple. Okay, that was optimal. The reason for that is the more you hit them, the faster they go. And therefore you want to have both of them going more or less at the same speed. Because if you have one who is very fast and the other one still very slow, well, the boss is going to be very slow. It's going to be as fast as the slowest one. Okay, now it barely matters, to be honest, because they're pretty fast both. But it's a very minor optimization. This boss is going to mostly depend on well, not missing throws, and also where they are coming out. Because depending on where they come out, you might need to take more time to get in front of them and be able to hit them. So yeah, it's mostly luck, to be quite honest. 616, okay, that's fine. Yeah, it was mostly because of the bad last room. Otherwise it was a good level 4. Hey, okay, definitely taking this. For one of the next rooms I'm gonna need to have at least 1 heart, so I have 4. We're good. But, hey, I saw it. You're not gonna get me. He might get me. Okay, he didn't. Here I'm gonna cheat a little bit. You're supposed to go around, but you can kick this block from an empty square and make it much faster. And that's why I needed a heart, so I can just pass through the enemies, take the hit, and use the switch. The normal thing to do in that room is much slower. And now, worst room in the game. Okay, attract this guy. Alright, this is bad. I'm resetting the room already. Because the green fat guy is too fast. Okay. Die! Oh, fat guy. Okay, green is dead. At least when you reset the room from the right, it makes it much more consistent. Not super consistent, doesn't work all the time, but it's much more consistent. And now I'm going to use the bell to attract the green guys, so I can kill them first, without having to rely on the moving platform. But for the red fat guy, unfortunately I need the platform, because he's completely insensitive to the bell. He's insensitive to anything, by the way, bell or hookshot. Actually, I had 6 hearts. I could have taken this cherry, but well, that doesn't matter, to be honest. Hopefully, I should not die anymore before the boss, if everything goes alright. this is another block puzzle. This one is a bit harder to figure out because you need to stack the 2 blocks on one on the other.
We've got a new fresh donation. Let's give a shout out to that Rollin deep donator.
Go back.
He is now holding it down. Rollin deep, my son. Holding it down. So fresh, so fly, so clean.
Not a very difficult puzzle, this one. You can also get some supplies with the left and right. You can reload this room and get the other things if you want to. Okay, now for the Torp and Trains skip. Should be good. Got it. Nice. Okay, I was on the correct pixel. So this skip was discovered, I think, like 1 or 2 years ago by Torp and 2 Trains, runners of this game. And it's only possible to perform with max. So basically you are so fast that if you are aligned on the proper diagonal, you can go over a hole. And that's really cool because you completely skip the room where you have to attract a guy on the switch. And that basically skips having to get an extra hook shot, which is a big deal because yeah, that saves about 35 to 40 seconds. And we are getting closer to the final boss. First, I have to go through this room. If you go really fast, you should be fine. It's a bit more finicky with Goofy because he's slower, but here we're good. And now, this last puzzle, which probably puzzled you if you've played this game casually. It's not an easy puzzle. There's a bunch of solutions for it, and the one I did is the fastest one that I found. I tested like 4 or 5 possible solutions, and this was the fastest to execute. I believe it is really the fastest. And final boss time. AKA RNG hell. Well, I'm not even getting bombs to start with. Okay, he decides to troll right off the bat. At least getting the minions.
We've got a new fresh donation. Let's give a shout out to that Rollin deep donator. He is now holding it down. Rollin deep, my son. Holding it down. So fresh, so fly, so clean.
Pete to stay on the platforms. If he stays there, he would give me statistically more bombs. 6, 7. Oh, shoot. Still 6, okay. This is a really bad beginning. This is RNG hell, there's really nothing you can do. That was just 7. Yeah, he cannot be hit when he's a tornado. 8, 9, 10. I still managed to use that bomb. Kill one. Oh, come on. 11. Dang, they are too close. 13. Oh, dude. Come back. 14, okay. There we go. That was painful. And time. Oh, it's still a sub 24. I got 23.56 on my end. 5.31, okay. Well, oh, that was alright. That was like average luck, I would say, on Pete. Hey, thanks for the GGs, guys. Oh yeah, if there's an incentive, well no, there's no incentive in the game that I have picked. I don't think there's any interesting incentives. Oh, one of the incentives that exists already. Oh, okay. Yeah. Let me check very quickly. Aladdin is not met yet. Yeah, I guess Aladdin is going to be my pick. And if it gets met, then Yoshi's on it, but Aladdin first. Alright. Okay, so now we have beaten this game. We can move on to the next, which I believe is Sky Blazer.